Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our Euro 2020 review of Day 3. And after all the emotions of Day 2, it was good to hear that Christian Eriksen was stabilising and all eyes on the football, and it really delivered across the 3 games. Plenty of goals, plenty of narratives, no draws. So another 3 teams stick 3 points on the board in their first group games. And it was the arrival of England into the tournament, playing against Croatia in that rematch. I know they played in the Nations League since, but in the rematch of the 2018 World Cup semi-final. And England get the win. There is Gareth Southgate's team. Many turned their nose up at it. Those same people seem to be saying, oh, Croatia aren't what they were and we weren't that impressive and we'll have to change it anyway. Don't really think any of that is relevant. He picked the team to start the tournament, ease us in, win the game, clean sheet, victory, job done by Gareth Southgate. I think it was Pickford in goal, Trippier at left back, Mings at left centre back. Really had people's haunches up, but clean sheet and a win, probably vindication. Stones and Walker, Rice and Phillips, Foden, Mount, Sterling and Kane. So no Grealish in there, no bespoke recognised left back as well. Things will change, but hopefully, this may be more hope than expectation. People will trust Southgate's judgment, but look, it's the England manager's job where the impossibly high standards are held. But look, he got the win in the first game with that selection. It's a good start for the Croats. Livakovic, Rascal, Vida, Chaletakar, Gvardiol across the back. And then a good front 6. Look, Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Real Madrid, Inter and Chelsea represented in there. Perisic, Rebic and Kramaric up top. England had a really decent first 20 minutes. Phil Foden's just out of shot, actually. He's just curled that. Imagine the right corner of your picture extends a little bit more and hits the inside of the post. England unlucky not to take the lead in the first half. However, towards sort of 25 to 40 minutes, the Croats did get back into it and start to control the midfield. England looking a bit ponderous. The back 4 struggling to transition through Rice and Phillips into the 3 off the front. Bit ponderous. Croatia just sitting off and they didn't really have the answers. That is until Rice dropped in a little bit more. Calvin Phillips gets forward. The ball moves quickly. Left to right. Phillips does really well. You can see him just by the referee. Comes inside, feeds it through. Left-footed. And lots of people were complaining about Raheem Sterling being in that 11. I said we need a player in the 3 off the front with pace who will run past Harry Kane. And with no element of smugness, look where Harry Kane is, look where Raheem Sterling is. He comes in off the left, makes the run. Good pass by Phillips, excellent. And Sterling, it's a good run. Enough contact when you're in that position. Just get a decent shot. Good connection. He does 1-0. England, brilliant stuff. Sterling should have, it's probably hard to say he should have scored this one. Great header down by Mings, who you can see is just off the pitch, in fact, at the top of the shot there. And Sterling slashes that one over. Look, it could be one of those where you find the gap, or it could be one of those where he gets blocked. But certainly the better chances in the game were almost exclusively forced by England. The numbers are interesting, actually. Look, 50-50 possession, 8 shots each, 2 each on target, 1 more off target for the Croats, 1 corner apiece. But then, look at the chance quality. 2 big chances to 0 for England. Look at the shot map. That big square is Harry Kane not able to just get to, I think it's Mason Mount, was it? The cross on the back post. I don't quite remember. And look at the XG as well, 1.5 to 0.54. Even if you're one of these flat earther type people who doesn't want to pay any attention to any stats, I think you would even agree with your eye test. Croatia didn't create anything. Ergo, England defended well and didn't allow Croatia to create anything. Lots of England fans very anxious about defence and attack and balance, but he's got it right. He really did get it right, Southgate. That's not to say this is the team that will play every game. That's not to say Mings might just be keeping Maguire's seat warm and hopefully he'll be back. It's not to say we won't see Grealish, but for that one game against the best opponent in the group, he's got it dead right. And we now move on and the tournament twists and turns and we'll see where it takes us. And it's a very, very good start. Let me know what you think. England 1, Croatia 0. And there is the group. England at the top of it on 3 points. And the Czechs and the Scots play today. Join me at 1:45 p.m. and we'll be watching yet another game on the channel. Looking forward to it. Good luck to the Scots today. Another of the home nations in action. Now, we then jumped over to Group C, where it was Austria versus North Macedonia. Obviously, with my watch-alongs, I didn't watch this one, the full game, but I've looked through the highlights and done my research. Sounds like it was a good one. And North Macedonia, for a, quote, small nation, went for it, which is always fun rather than defensive setup. There's your Austrian team. Backman of Watford, Dragovic, Alaba, Hinteregger, Schlager, Leiner and Ulmer, Sabitzer, Lima. There's Lima and Leiner in there, which is always fun. Kalajic and Baumgartner up top for the Austrians. For the North Macedonians, Dimitrievski, Nikolov and Alioski of Leeds are the fullbacks, wingbacks. Ristovski, Velkovsky, Musliu, Elmas, Adami, Bardi, Trejkovsky and Goran Pandev, where I saw 1,000 tweets trying to age him. I think he's 37 and lots of things about where he's been in his career. He's going to get on the score sheet as well, you can see. Not before. A tremendous goal. Look at that for a bit of technique by Stefan Leiner. It's a drill cross by Sabitzer. And you've got no right to score from there, have you? The ball's way up in the sky. He just cushions it across the keeper. The angle's quite steep as well. He's not got a lot to aim at. What a brilliant goal. Do you know what? It's not even going to be the best goal of the day as well. Superb stuff by the Austrians. But they get themselves all in a pickle here. It bounces through in the first instance. Then Backman and Alaba get all in a muddle, which allows Pandev to stick it into the open net. And North Macedonia get their first goal in the tournament. Another brilliant cross here from David Alaba, the sort of standout player in terms of calibre in the Austrian team. Beautiful curving cross there, swinging out, and the substitute, Gregoric, gets across the near post and sticks it into the back of the net. And then Marko Arnautovic gets in behind, sort of poor defending again, wasn't it? Takes it round the keeper and sticks it in. Arnautovic seems to want to have a fight with somebody or everybody when he scores, but there you go. Well, that's the Arnautovic we know and love from his time in English football as well. 3-1 to the Austrians, and the underlying metrics tell us they were good value for their win. Look, 63% on the possession. 10 shots to 7, 6 to 2 on target, 4 corners to 0. 5 big chances to 1. Look at the shot map. Look at the XG. It's a viable victory for the Austrians, and we keep saying it. Get 3 points in these group stages in one of these games, and you are on the way. And you can see the Austrian staff were really celebrating this one. So good luck to the Austrians. It's a great win for them, and they look good for qualification. Now you think just get another point and away you go. Austria 3, North Macedonia 1. And then on we go into the evening for the second Group C game. Netherlands v Ukraine. This was carnage. Absolute chaos. We sniffed it from about 5 or 6 minutes in that it was just massively open and both sides just going for it, and neither settled into a sort of pragmatic defensive shape or, a sitting back. Just didn't exist. Great game. I'm sure if you're a defensive-minded football professional coach, you're probably watching it through your fingers like that. But as a neutral and a TV watcher, I loved it. Great stuff by both. Stekelenburg in goal for the Netherlands. Timber, De Vries, Blind, Van Aanholt, Dumfries. Two very, very high wing-backs for the Dutch. Brilliant. De Jong, De Roon, Wijnaldum, who you can see they've got him as a number 10, and he was very high up the pitch, wasn't he? Weghorst and Depay up top for the Netherlands. For the Ukraine, Bushan, who's going to have very much a game of two halves. Karavayev, Zabarny, Matvienko, Mikolenko, Zinchenko, Sidorchuk, the impressive Malinovsky in central midfield. He looks a player. Zubkov, Yaremchuk, and Yarmolenko up top. Now look, all I'll do is I'll skip straight to the goals which start in the second half. Needless to say, I reckon it could have been 3-0, 3-1, 2-0, something like that to the Netherlands in the first half. They missed some chances. It was back and forth basketball stuff from both. But we get into the second half, and Bushan, who'd made 2 really good saves in the first half, is not going to cover himself in glory at all here. It's parried out, and there is Wijnaldum arriving on the left foot, and you can see where the gap is. He's going to stick that to the keeper's right into the net, and Amsterdam goes mad, and the Netherlands lead 1-0. Here's the second, bit of a weird one this, because it looked like there might have been a foul by Dumfries in the build-up, and then is he offside and therefore in the keeper's way? Weghorst hits the shot, it then kind of goes through Bushan as well. We do get a VAR check, and, excuse me, I can't see the defender's number there. I think it might be Zabrani, number 13. He is actually behind, it is Dumfries, isn't it, coming from the right. And so there are 2 players behind the Dutch striker, so he can't be offside and therefore interfering with play. So the goal stands for 2-0. Most of us sitting watching in the stream, all in the chat, were saying, oh, game over. That's all done. No. And how about this one? Yarmolenko, wow. Brilliant goal. Drifts in off the right. Just curves and curls and dips and swerves that one. Look, Stekelenburg's not in a bad position. With hindsight, maybe he'd like to be a yard or a foot further back. But, his weight's on his right foot. He's got a fairly good look at it round Nathan Ake. It's just a great shot. Curling into the top corner. I think we forget sometimes when we're judging keepers, football goals are big. And if you have a great curving shot like that, it flies into the top corner. Brilliant goal. And then, wow, the delivery, I think it was Malinovsky, wasn't it? Pops the free kick in. Forgive me if I got that one wrong. And a lovely guiding header from Yaremchuk. It was Dumfries who'd missed the header in the first half. Easy chance. And we were saying, just guide it into the corner. This is how it's done. Beautiful header. Bang, bang. 2-2. However, having got themselves back into it, it's that guy, Dumfries, and flipped the first half narrative of Dumfries missing and Bushan, the keeper, being good. This time Dumfries scores, nods it down, but Bushan does misread the bounce of the ball and it goes through his hands. It is a mistake by the keeper in there, you would have to say. 3-2 to the Netherlands. Brilliant game. Brilliant goal by Yarmolenko as well. Thoroughly entertaining. Perhaps fans of both will be thinking maybe they want a more static, viable win where they don't concede any chances. But hey, I'm not a fan of either. Well, I'm now a fan of both because I love this game. I'm a neutral and I thought it was brilliant. 61-39 to the Dutch for possession. Look, 22 shots across the game. 5 corners to 1 to the Dutch. 3 big chances to 1. It's a viable win. And look at the shot map as well. if it had have ended 2-2, they would have got away with one. Look, only 0.7 on the XG. So the Ukraine didn't create much, but the two chances they did score from their finishing was bang on point. And there is the table. And I keep saying it, sound like a broken record. Austria and Netherlands now pretty much most of their way to qualifying. If you can get into third place with 3 or 4 points, you've got a chance here. And both of those teams already, on that total. And then we go into the next round of games. And it is Austria versus Netherlands. So if there's a decisive result in that one of those teams is then pretty much nigh on qualified with a game to go. Which brings us to today. 3 more games. We'll be watching the first one and the third one. Scotland versus the Czech Republic in Group D. England have laid the gauntlet down. Can the Scots beat the Czechs? And we go into England versus Scotland with 3 points apiece. Good luck to the Scots. We'll be watching that at 2. Be here at 1:45, obviously. Poland v Slovakia at 5. We're then opening up in Group E, aren't we? Spain and Sweden will be back for that one at 8 p.m. And that is, I think, day 3 done. Brilliant stuff. Let me know your take-homes from day 3. England getting the win. Austria and the Netherlands all getting 3 points. I've had my say, now you have yours. Get them in the comments and let me know what your expectations are for today. A great start to the tournament. Yes, a lot of emotion around Ericsson yesterday, but the football did the talking. 2 days ago now. The football did the talking yesterday in this day 3 that we're talking about now. And we're looking forward to another great day today in day 4. Get involved in the comments and join me for the 2 watch-alongs later. Czechs versus the Scots at 2 and the Spanish versus the Swedes at 8. Thank you very much. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I'll be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.